Hello everyone, Keep Garden Tech Guy here with another video, and today I'm going to talk about the new Nokia phones, the Nokia 3, 5 and also the Nokia 6. So let's go into this video, shall we? Now today I'd like to start off with the Nokia 3 since it's the, I should say, starting end model. So it's a beautiful designed Android phone with an 8 megapixel autofocus rear camera, 4G LTE connectivity support, and it also has a 5-inch polarized HD display with Corning Gorilla Glass to cover it, and it will cost you around 139 euros, which is like around 150 US or 40. So it comes with a classic design that also has a aluminum framing on it, just like the Nokia 6, which I already did a video on that before. And also Corning Gorilla Glass, which is also helped to give some protection, and that they would have also built that on the back of the device also. It's like aluminum and a glass device, and it also has a unibody design, and it is also claimed to be a durable phone and have some pretty good standing battery life, and you can get some great selfies and other great photos without compromise. You have rear front flash, also HDR modes, and so on. The display is a HD display, which is pretty nice. HD is acceptable. It runs on Android Nougat. Yes, Android Nougat. Finally, phones are beginning to run on Android Nougat. So let's go into full specs and details now, shall we? So now the design, it comes in these colors: tempered blue, silver, matte black and copper. The size is 143.4 millimeters in height, 31.4 millimeters in width, and it is 8.4 millimeters thick. Also, it will be 8.68 millimeters with the camera bump. Now, performance, it runs on Android Nougat 7.0. The CPU is a quad-core MT6727 with 1.3 GHz and 2 gigs of RAM. 2 gigs of RAM seems a bit a little to me, but the phone is a budget-based phone, so you can understand that. The display is a 5-inch IPS LCD panel with a resolution of 1280 by 720 with an aspect ratio of 16:19, which is a HD type display. It also has a 2.5D sculpted Corning Gorilla Glass display. It has 450 nits of brightness. It also has features such as polarizer and battery life. You can get a capacity of 2650. Supports 4G, LTE, and also GSM networks also. You have a single speaker and a headphone jack. It also uses USB 2.0. It comes with a OTG card, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It comes with these sensors: accelerometer sensor, a G sensor, ambient light sensor, e-compass, a gyroscope, and NFC for sharing. Now let us head on over to the Nokia 5. Now this phone has a 5.2-inch HD display and costs 189 euros, which will get you from like 190 US to 200 US. Now this one focuses more on detail, and to me it looks a bit more similar to the Nokia 6. So we focus on durability and also organics. Now it focus on a craftsmanship design, which in the antenna lines which have been moved to the bottom and to the top of the phone. So it also runs on Android Nougat. It has a 30 megapixel autofocus rear camera, and also it has lower light modes to take pictures in the night. It's also a HD display panel, and this also runs on Android Nougat. Now let's go into the full specs, shall we? Now internal storage, you'll get 16 gigs, and micro SD card support up to 128. Same colors: tempered blue, silver, matte, black, and copper. Now this phone is 8.5 millimeters thick, a width of 72.5, and a height of 149.7. Supports GSM to 4G LTE, a headphone jack, a simple speaker, and a smart amplifier. It runs on Android 7.1.1. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 chipset, but it does not specify how many cores it runs on, but I believe it runs on a quad core. And also you'll have a resolution of 1280 by 720 with up to 16:9 aspect ratio. Battery capacity 3000 mAh. It connects with Bluetooth 4.1, micro USB, and comes with G sensor, accelerometer sensor, amp light sensor, e-compass, a fingerprint sensor, a Hall sensor, gyroscope, NFC, and proximity sensor. And also the Nokia 6. And for those of you who have been following my channel, you would have known that I would have did a video on the Nokia 6 before, so I will leave a link for you to watch that full specs video. But now they give it a pricing $229, because when I would have at first did my full specs video on the Nokia 6, it did not have a price. So now it's globally launched, so it has a price of €229. Now the Nokia 6, I like this one. It just looks well. It has a solid metal body with antenna bars on the top and bottom around the edges. It can also get regular software updates, which Nokia promises, and it has a 5.5-inch Full HD display with Dolby Atmos sound, a 60 megapixel camera, which is pretty good, and also runs on Android Nougat. So now let's move into those full specs. I'll just give it a quick roundabout. It runs on Android 7.1.1. You can choose between 4 gigs of RAM on art black, and all other colors you would get with 3 gigs of RAM. You can get the art black with 64 gigs and all other colors in 32 gigs. Supports GSM to 4G LTE, headphone jack. This one has dual speakers, smart amplifier with Dolby Atmos. It has a 5.5-inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080, same aspect ratio of 16:9. It has a 403 ppi, 450 nits, and it features sunlight readability. It has an integrated 3000 mAh battery. The main camera is 6 megapixels with face detection, autofocus, and the front camera is 8 megapixels. Micro USB connection, Bluetooth 4.1, and it comes with the ambient light sensor, accelerometer sensor, G sensor, amp light sensor, e-compass, Hall sensor, gyroscope, NFC, and a fingerprint sensor. So you have the Nokia 3, the budget-minded one, I should say. And also I forgot to mention that both the front and main camera on the Nokia 3 are 8 megapixels. And then you have the Nokia 5, which is the mid-range model, which is pretty good. I would say it's for those who want the average use. 30 megapixel main camera and the 8 megapixel selfie camera, 16 gigs of storage, Android Nougat, Qualcomm Snapdragon 430, and the Nokia 6, which is my favorite one. An outstanding phone with the latest Android and immersive entertainment. So that is it. You've got a tech guy signing out with the full specs and features of the Nokia 3, 5, and 6. I'll see you next time.